If you're wondering which vlogging cameras are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Panasonic Lumix S5 II. This full-frame beast shoots 6K video and has unlimited recording time, making it perfect for those marathon vlogging sessions where you talk about your breakfast for 3 hours straight. The downside is it's bulky as hell and weighs more than my laptop, so your arms will feel like you've been doing CrossFit after holding this thing for 10 minutes. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's fantastic for studio work, but I'd rather not dislocate my shoulder carrying it around town. Insta360 Ace Pro II. This action camera shoots 8K footage and has incredible low-light performance that makes even my basement look cinematic. The catch is those 8K files are so massive they'll eat your memory card faster than I devour pizza on a Friday night. Plus, it's heavier than most action cams, which defeats the whole point. Would I buy it? Yes. The stabilization is so good, it makes my shaky hands look professional, and the flip screen means I can finally see how awkward I look while recording. Nikon Z6 III. This camera has insane video features, including 6K recording and ProRes formats that make it feel like a professional cinema camera disguised as a regular DSLR. The autofocus tracking isn't the most reliable though, so it might decide to focus on a random tree instead of your face mid-sentence. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's incredible for video work, but if you're just starting out vlogging, you might want something less complicated than a NASA control panel. Canon PowerShot V10. This tiny cigarette pack size camera is designed specifically for vlogging with a built-in flip stand and decent audio quality that actually picks up your voice instead of just whine noise. The battery life is absolutely tragic though, lasting only about 20 minutes of 4K recording before dying faster than my motivation on Monday mornings. Would I buy it? No, I'd spend more time charging this thing than actually using it, and the overheating issues make it shut down like a dramatic teenager. DJI Osmo Pocket III. This pocket-sized gimbal camera has a 1-inch sensor that produces surprisingly good footage and active track that follows you around like a loyal puppy. The problem is, it's more delicate than my ego and has no weather sealing, so one drop of rain, and you're basically holding an expensive paperweight. Would I buy it? Yes. It's perfect for sneaky vlogging without looking like a tourist with a massive camera setup, plus the 4K 60 frames per second footage looks crisp enough to make your content actually watchable. GoPro Hero 13. Black. This thing is basically a tiny tank that shoots 5.3K video and has hyper-smooth 6.0 stabilization that makes your shaky hands look like you hired a professional camera crew. The built-in microphone is surprisingly decent for vlogging at arm's length, but good luck hearing anything in low light because this camera turns into a grainy mess faster than your ex's Instagram stories. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's bulletproof and the audio is solid, but unless you're planning to throw it off a cliff while vlogging, there are cheaper options that won't make you look like you're filming through a potato in dim lighting. Insta360 X5. The X5 captures everything around you in glorious 360 degrees, with bigger sensors than its predecessor. Plus, it has this Instaframe mode that automatically crops your footage, so you don't have to spend 3 hours in post trying to figure out which angle doesn't make you look like a confused tourist. The downside is, it's expensive as hell, and honestly, the X4 does almost the same job for less money, making this feel like buying the premium version of something you already own. Would I buy it? No. Unless you're swimming in cash or desperately need that extra bit of low-light performance, the X4 will do just fine, and your wallet won't hate you. Panasonic Lumix GH7. This beast records 5.7K ProRes internally and has enough video features to make Hollywood jealous, but the built-in microphone sounds like you're talking through a tin can in a wind tunnel. It's basically overkill for YouTube vlogs and costs more than most people's monthly rent, yet somehow still can't figure out how to make decent audio without an external mic. Would I buy it? No. It's like buying a Formula 1 car to drive to the grocery store. Impressive, but completely unnecessary unless you're shooting the next Marvel movie in your bedroom. Sony ZV-E10 II. This camera finally upgraded to 10-bit internal recording and 4K at 60 frames per second with a 3-capsule microphone system that actually makes you sound human. The flip side is it loves to overheat during long recording sessions and has no in-body stabilization, so your footage might look like it was shot during an earthquake if you don't have steady hands. Would I buy it? Yes. The video quality is fantastic, and the autofocus is stupidly good, Plus, the battery life improvements mean you won't be constantly hunting for outlets like some kind of electronic vampire. Sony ZV-1F. This compact little guy has a 20.1 megapixel 1-inch sensor and a flip screen that makes self-recording actually possible. Plus, the real-time eye autofocus keeps you in focus even when you're gesticulating like an Italian grandmother. The catch is, it struggles outdoors worse than a vampire at a beach party, and the skin smoothing feature is so aggressive, it makes you look like a plastic doll. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's perfect for indoor vlogging and beginners who want something that works out of the box. But if you plan on filming anything outside, you might want to consider literally any other camera on this list. DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. This tiny beast delivers 4K at 120 frames per second with subject tracking that'll follow your face like a creepy ex. Plus, it boots up faster than my motivation disappears on Monday mornings. The downside is, you'll look like a tourist with a GoPro knockoff, and while the 4-hour battery life sounds impressive, it still dies right when you're about to capture that perfect moment. Would I buy it? Yes, because at $349, it's cheaper than therapy, and the built-in 47 gigabytes of storage means I can hoard footage like a digital pack rat. Panasonic Lumix G100. This camera screams, I'm a serious vlogger, with its triple microphone setup that can detect sound from behind you, which is great until you realize it also picks up your awkward breathing. The flip side is brutal. There's a crop when shooting 4K that makes your face look like you're filming from the next county over, so you better have long arms or accept looking like a tiny head in a big world. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's the world's smallest camera with a flip screen, but that 4K crop makes it feel like buying a sports car that only works in first gear. Sony Alpha, a 6700. This camera is like the overachiever in class with 26 megapixels and AI subject tracking that works so well it's borderline stalkerish. Plus, the in-body stabilization keeps your footage smoother than a jazz saxophone solo. The reality check hits when it starts overheating during longer recording sessions like a laptop running Crisis, and the rolling shutter in 4K makes walking shots look like you're filming during an earthquake. Would I buy it? Yes, because despite its tendency to overheat like my gaming PC, the autofocus is so good it could probably track my will to live. Sony Alpha ZV-E10. This full-frame monster packs a 12.1 megapixel sensor with pixels so big they practically have their own zip codes. And the background to focus button lets you blur your messy room with the press of a button like Instagram filters for real life. The catch is, there's no mechanical shutter, so you're stuck with electronic-only shooting. And at $21.99, it costs more than my car is worth. Plus, it can overheat at 4K 60 frames per second, faster than my patience with tech support. Would I buy it? No, because while it's the most capable vlogging camera on the planet, spending over $2,000 to film myself eating cereal feels like financial self-harm. Fujifilm X-S20. This camera tries to be everything to everyone with a dedicated vlog mode and 6.2K open-gate recording. But the electronic viewfinder is so small you'll need reading glasses to see anything, making it feel like peering through a keyhole. The good news is it shoots 4K at 60 frames per second without the crop drama of its competitors, and the film simulations make your footage look like a Wes Anderson movie without the pretentious dialogue. Would I buy it? Maybe. At $12.99, it's reasonably priced for what you get, but that tiny viewfinder makes me feel like I'm 80 years old trying to read the fine print on a medication bottle. Sony ZV-1 II. This little pocket rocket comes with an 18 to 50 millimeter equivalent lens that's actually wide enough for your face without looking like a fisheye disaster. Plus, it boots up faster than my motivation on Monday mornings. The downside is that zooming while recording sounds like a dying robot having an existential crisis, and the controls are so tiny you'll need tweezers to operate them properly. Would I buy it? Yes. Because sometimes you need a camera that fits in your pocket and doesn't make you look like you're carrying a small child everywhere. Canon EOS R5 Mark II. This beast can shoot stills and video simultaneously at 6 frames per second in 16:9 JPEG format, which is like having your cake and eating it too, except the cake costs more than my car. The problem is, this thing is built more for wedding photographers than vloggers, so using it for selfie videos is like bringing a tank to a water balloon fight. Would I buy it? No. Unless I suddenly develop a trust fund and a need to feel inadequate about my camera skills every single day. Canon EOS R10. This camera delivers decent video quality with all the charm of Canon's color science, but the digital image stabilization crops your footage more than a strict parent crops your social media time. Without in-body stabilization, your handheld footage will look jittery enough to trigger someone's motion sickness, making it basically unwatchable, unless you're into that shaky cam aesthetic from the Blair Witch Project. Would I buy it? Maybe, if you're okay with looking like you filmed everything during an earthquake or you actually own a tripod like a responsible adult. Nikon Z30. This camera records unlimited video without overheating, unlike my ex's drama that never seemed to end. And the face tracking actually works well enough to keep you in focus even when you're gesticulating wildly. The major buzzkill is there's no headphone jack for monitoring audio, so you're basically playing audio roulette every time you hit record. Plus, the lens selection is more limited than a vegan menu at a barbecue restaurant. Would I buy it? Yes, because it's reliable, affordable, and won't leave you with unusable footage, which is more than I can say for most of my life choices. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the vlogging cameras for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.